Hello and welcome to the channel. I am your host, Travieso Americano. Please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Do all of those Al Gore rhythmic-y things that make the channel successful. I would appreciate it. I have got a story for you guys today. This has been buried by the mainstream media, and I can't believe it. As you all have probably heard, the New York State Supreme Court ruled that the New York City vaccine mandate was unconstitutional and that they had to rehire back all of those workers and pay them back pay. Of course, there you see the Democrats, including Mayor Adams, saying they're going to fight this. They're going to appeal the decision. They want those people to remain fired because they didn't get their jab. A jab that they're not allowed to ask anyone about outside of the people making money off the jab. Otherwise, in the media, the mainstream media, on social media, everywhere, they're blocked, canceled, told that they're horrible people because they don't believe in the vaccine, told that they can't participate in society because they don't believe and didn't want an untested vaccine in their body. They didn't want an untested vaccine in their body, and the mainstream media and all of social media, all the globalists, all the people that are getting paid off, told them that they're bad, that they are all bad people because of this. And that these workers should not be able to have their jobs back, all because they didn't take a vaccine that they weren't allowed to learn about. Literally not allowed to learn about it. Censored all over the place, but that doesn't matter. Censored by these multinational corporations that are getting paid somewhere. But here is the big part. Here's the part that no one's talking about, the huge part. And this is huge. Do you know what the court ruling said? This should be the top of every single newspaper, news site, social media. It doesn't matter. This should be the top. What I'm getting ready to tell you should be the top story, and it would be. But for corporate communism, of course. But for these mainstream media sources being paid off. Here is what should be the title of, should be on the top of every single news site, newspaper, everything else. The court stated, and I quote, this is a direct quote from the court that ruled on this case. Being vaccinated does not prevent an individual from contracting or transmitting COVID-19. End quote. Say that again. The court ruled that the New York City did not put forth any evidence and stated that did not put forth any evidence that the COVID-19 vaccine works. They could not put forth any evidence that the vaccine works. That is what the judge, the court ruled. And I quote again, quote, this comes from the ruling. Being vaccinated does not prevent an individual from contracting or transmitting COVID-19. End quote. That should be banner headlines. Fox, CNN, everybody should be reporting on that. The fact that they're not, the fact that they are burying the lead so deeply is beyond the pale. It's beyond the pale. The fact that these workers were fired because they wouldn't get a vaccine that they weren't allowed to learn about. They weren't allowed to learn about it. Everything was censored except the people making money off the vaccine. There was not a other side of the story. They couldn't go and listen to anyone else. They couldn't go read anything else. All they could do is get the information handed to them by the people benefiting from it. And so they made the wise decision not to get vaccinated. And they were fired for it. And now the mayor of New York, he's not a leader. He's nothing. He's nothing. He's a follower of whomever is giving him his walking orders, is going to appeal the decision? Gee, I wonder, and this is about police officers, firefighters, those sorts of things. Now, if you're an NBA basketball player, you can play in New York. No problem there. There wasn't a vaccine mandate. They relieved the basketball players, the football players, the Broadway singers and actors and actresses. That was all removed. But see, since you don't play in the NBA, if your name's not LeBron James, or you're not acting in this silly little political Hamilton show, then you don't matter. And now it's been stated by a court, being vaccinated does not prevent an individual from contracting or transmitting COVID-19, period. End quote. We should be questioning everything right now. If New York can't prove that the vaccination works, they couldn't prove it. Why couldn't they prove it? We need to get to the bottom of this. I could keep going here, and I will keep going in other videos. I'm going to stop this when it's gone on long enough. But think about what New York just said. Being vaccinated does not prevent an individual from contracting or transmitting COVID-19. Yet everyone on all the social media sites, the mainstream media, who's getting money, who was on the airwaves, the mainstream media is on the airwaves. They use the government airwaves. We pay for it. And they run us down using our tax dollars. Social media corporations tell us, you can't be on here. You're going to be banned. We're going to censor you. Yet a court stated that the vaccine does nothing. New York couldn't put forth proof that the vaccine works, even a little bit. Okay, we'll be done here. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll follow up on this, and we'll keep our eyes open. Thanks, and have a great day, everybody.